So right now we are halfway through our 2020 open Senate seat map. We have filled in 100 of the Senate seats, and we are yet to fill in 100 more. So, as a reminder, we are using the morning consult approval ratings for each of these senators: Lisa Murkowski, Dan Sullivan, Richard Shelby. I'm not going to go through everyone because then that's a lot of senators. But yeah, so we're just going to be going through all of these senators and filling in what we think based on the approval rating, but also other factors like the partisan lean, the 2018 midterm results, whether Trump won the state, etc., etc., etc. So we right now this is the map that we're looking at. Just to run through very quickly the pickups for each of the parties. I believe the Democrats picked up one seat in Kansas, a seat in Iowa, and a seat in Wisconsin. So those three being three pickups for the Democratic Party. Now, they also picked up Martha McSally's seat in Arizona and Gardner's seat in Colorado. So here we go. 54 Republicans, 46 Democrats with all of the Senate seats up. Let's start off with the South. So the state of Mississippi, both of those seats I believe would go into the safe Republican column, especially Roger Wickers moving into the safe column. But look at Cindy Hyde-Smith. She only has a 38% approval rating, 37% disapproval rating, mostly because of her comments about a public hanging, which were very inappropriate and have been thoroughly denounced. So yes, I believe that one could get somewhat competitive, but at the end of the day, it would still move into Hyde-Smith's column. State of Alabama. In Alabama, Doug Jones right now 40% approval rating to 34% disapproval rating. That's actually quite good for Jones, but I think once you get into the swing of the election, he will his approval rating will tumble. And again, the Republican nature of the state makes me want to think that Doug Jones's seat moves into the Republican column. So that means the Alabama gain cancels out the Democrats' Arizona gain, but Democrats still up in Colorado, Kansas, Iowa, and Wisconsin, so a net 4 gain for the Democrats so far. 5 gains in total for the Democrats, 1 gain for the Republicans, so a net 4. As for Richard Shelby, again, incumbent Republican senator here, moves into the safe GOP column. In the state of Georgia, here we go. Let's find Georgia. Here we go. David Perdue right now at 47 to 25. John Isaacson at 41 to 24. This one could get interesting, both of these, but at the end of the day, 2 incumbent Republicans keeping their seats in Georgia. In South Carolina, let's find it. South Carolina down at the bottom. Tim Scott, right now the Republican incumbent, 51 to 21, and Lindsey Graham, 52 to 31. Both of these states moving into the safe GOP column. In the state of Florida, the state of Florida will move into both of these seats actually could get somewhat competitive. Rubio at 44 to 35, Scott at 42 to 35. But at the end of the day, I still think that both these seats could narrowly move into the Republican column. In the state of Tennessee, let's find that one. Tennessee, Lamar Alexandra, 43 to 30. He's not actually running for re-election. Marsha Blackburn, 43 to 33. Oh, sorry, I just want to real quick make one change to the previous video. I'm moving Kansas all into the GOP column because I now realize that Pat Roberts is not running for re-election, so they'd probably put up a Republican with a better approval rating than Roberts, so Kansas moves back into the GOP column. So right now, let's run through the gains. Democrats gain Arizona, Colorado, Iowa, and Wisconsin. Republicans gain Alabama. So 1, 2, 3, 4 gains for the Democrat, 1 gain for the Republicans, net 3 gains for the Democrats right now. In the state of North Carolina, this is very, very competitive. Many of these North Carolina races. So, Richard Burr, 38 to 31, Tom Tillis, 34 to 33. I'm going to move Tillis's seat into the Democratic column, but I'm going to keep Burr's seat in the Republican column. I think that it could pan out that way, given how bad Tillis's approval rating is. As for the state of Tennessee, Lamar Alexandra and Marsha Blackburn both have quite similar approval ratings, given how Republican the state is. Both of these states move into the safe Republican column. So, right now, it's a net 4 gain for the Democrats since they've picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seats, but the GOP picks up 10, Alabama, sorry. So, where are we right now? Where is the state of play? 46 over 2 is 23, 82 over 2 is 41, so it's 23 to 41 right now. Okay, so let's finish off this map. The state of Illinois, if we find Dick Durbin's seat, as well as the seat that is held by Tammy Duckworth. Dick Durbin right now barely above order, but Tammy Duckworth looking safe. Both of these are in safe Democratic seats. I think that both of these move into the Democratic column. In the state of Indiana, Mike Braun, 40 to 27, Todd Young, 39 to 25. Both of these seats moving into the GOP column. In the state of Kentucky, Kentucky always gets interesting. Rand Paul barely above order, but given how Republican the state is, I'm going to give Paul narrowly his seat. But as for Mitch McConnell, right now he is at 50% approval, 36% disapproval. 36% approval and 50% disapproval. I don't think that will be enough to get him over the line. At the end of the day, I think there's a good possibility he narrowly hangs on, but in 2014 he had a very similar approval rating, and then he barreled towards re-election with Allison Lundigan Grimes. I'm going to narrowly give Mitch McConnell the benefit of the doubt here, but that of course can change. Here we go, last little bit. In the state of Virginia, where's Virginia? Here we go. Tim Kaine, 46 to 33. Mark Warner, 48 to 29. Both of these seats move into the Democratic column, especially with the 2018 midterm results. West Virginia, Shelley Moore Capito at 48 to 30. Joe Manchin, 46 to 41. I believe, given that Trump will be on the ballot here, I think that Trump will have a positive down-ballot effect on the Republican running against Manchin. So I'm actually going to give the Republicans a gain here in West Virginia. So that now, netting everything, Democrats win Arizona, Colorado, Iowa, Wisconsin, North Carolina, and yes, but Republicans gain in Alabama, West Virginia. So that's 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minus 2 is 3, so net 3 for the Democrats. Ohio, Michigan, then into the Northeast. Okay, the state of Ohio, Sherrod Brown at 45 to 28. Rob Portman at 39 to 28. Both of these staying with their respective seats. The state of Michigan, we can see that there is Debbie Stebb now at 46 to 33, and Gary Peters at 33 to 23. Both of these states moving into the Democratic column. Okay, here we go. Last little bit. We have 44 left. Going into the state of Pennsylvania. In the state of Pennsylvania, Pat Toomey, the Republican here, 38 to 33. Bob Casey at 44 to 29. I think Casey can have a positive down ballot effect on the person running against Toomey, and given the positive results for Democrats in the midterms, I actually think that Democrats will be able to pick that one up, so that gives them a net 4. They're netting 4 seats there. Okay, so 64 over 2 is 32. 96 over 2 would be 45 plus 3, 48. So right now we're at 32 to 48. So Republicans still in the lead in the race for the Senate. Most of these are safe for the Democrats. Okay, Maryland. Where's Maryland? Ben Cardin, 50 to 22. Chris Van Hollen, 45 to 21. Both of Maryland's moving into the Democratic column. In the state of Delaware, both of these also moving into the Democratic column. Let's see how much Democrats can run up the score in these northeastern states. Carper and Coons both moving into the Democratic column. In New Jersey, Bob Menendez also in New Jersey. Now, with Menendez, Cory Booker, I believe, would hang on to his seat. Menendez could get interesting, but in this polarized time, I still think that he could narrowly hold on, like Kentucky's Mitch McConnell. New Jersey, again, he also won in the midterms by bigger than expected margins. In the state of Connecticut, Murphy and Blumenthal both moving into the Democratic column in Connecticut. In the state of Rhode Island, Jack Reed moves into the Democratic column. Sheldon Whitehouse moving into the Democratic column. How much more can Democrats run up the score here? Massachusetts. In the state of Massachusetts, Ed Markey at 51 to 22. Warren, 49 to 40. Warren is actually not great approval rating for Massachusetts, but still moves into the Democratic column. Vermont. Where's the state of Vermont? Okay. Vermont, Bernie Sanders, 62 to 31. Patrick Leahy, 59 to 28. Both moves into the Democratic column. There we go. In how much more can Democrats run up the score? 12 seats left. In the state of New Hampshire, Jean Shaheen at 53 to 32. Maggie Hassan, 50 to 33. Both of these states moving into the Democratic column. Right now they're tied with the Republicans. So, here's the thing. Democrats will win in New York. They're going to win in New York. Where's New York? Chuck Schumer, 47 to 35. Gillibrand, 43 to 30. Both of these move into the Democratic column. Okay, so it all comes down to the state of Maine, whether Republicans can break the deal or not. If Republicans win both of the seats in Maine, it's a tied Senate. And if Democrats win one of the seats, they win. Basically, in order for Republicans to stop Democrats from winning the Senate, they're going to need to do both of those seats. So let's find the state of Maine. Angus King, he's safe, 58 to 29. Democrats get Angus King. But then with Suzanne Collins, 52 to 39. Susan Collins, I actually think, could hold off and narrowly win her seat. So that ends the day with Democrats getting 51 seats, Republicans getting 49. The summary of this, Democrats gain Arizona. They gain Arizona. McSally goes down. In Colorado, they gain with Gardner going down. In Iowa, they gain with Ernst going down. In Wisconsin, they gain with, what's his name again? With Johnson going down. They win Wisconsin with Johnson going down. And they win North Carolina with Tillis going down. They win in, I believe that's it. And then the Republicans, they gain in Alabama with Doug Jones going down. And they also gain in one other state. Where's the one other state? Where is it? Alabama, and in the state of, where is it? I can't find it. Montana there, Iowa. I'm sure they had one other gain. Anyway, I must be mistaken, but that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching this video very much. Final score 51 to 49. 102 over 2 is 51, 98 over 2 is 49. So, yeah, this episode has involved a lot of mathematics, which is always good. So, yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Comment down your suggestions below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.